So despite appearances, I too worry about, being okay for the rest of my life. This is not due to a lack of ability. This is due to being slammed so badly in 2011 and being trapped in a matrix of people who learned how to just be really dumb, basically, and abusive. Hard to explain. It goes higher. It's, there's some at street level, then it goes higher up, but anyway, point being, I can't believe I kept going for 8 years while being slammed so badly. I was able to write a book on my own dime and my own time, per se. It's incredibly difficult to get published unless you're already part of a certain world. Anyway, so I worry all the time. I technically have a good education, and it does bother me that, a system hasn't been able to uphold someone like me, but was able to uphold a lot of other people who are incredibly abusive. So I decided to come over here today because yesterday was the show for LeVain Cookie. Now, I'm on the early side, but yesterday at 8 o'clock in the morning, they had a line for this cookie place all the way around the block. I might be a tad earlier than a line would form maybe today if it were to form. But we'll get a look at LeVain. Because it's French-ish, I say LeVain Cookie, but some people could say LeVain. I'm not sure what their wishes are. They actually open. So, there are people in there today. What a difference. 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. That's like 7-Eleven. So it's basically 7-Eleven. We got our answer for a certain. Now, I could go in. I don't want to go in right now because they do have like eagle-like. Right, they're using the eagle holding the cookie, and 2 eagles duking it out for the cookie, a kite and key. So, State and Liberty, Brooks Brothers, the North Face, PNC, and Side and Ham, which is jokingly referred to as Side of Ham. Go down this way. Turn around. Should I get the cookie or? There's a couple things going on. I don't want to spend the money. Also, the energy, even though these people seem okay, but the energy yesterday was incredibly bad. We were talking monster energy. I also see, does someone stake a claim here with their tennis shoes? So, are they light as a feather? Are they feather shoes? We'll come back later. I'm sure it won't be as bad as it was yesterday. Now, yesterday was a Friday, so even on a day when a lot of people might be working normal jobs, it was still packed. But tons of people in there today already at 7 a.m. Let me see, is it also Sunday? Right, just 7 a.m. to 11. I guess it's every day. It's like a 7-Eleven. So I will think about it. There's a couple reasons I won't buy one right away. One, I want to save my money. I do worry every day because it's like being blackballed, and that will be put through. Like every time you try to look for more work, because I hustle for work in the writing world, even sometimes like a teaching, either yoga or writing instruction, but also still have to do some dog walking. It's like piecemealing a living together, But what I experienced is way beyond what people can understand, and there's nothing worse than feeling abused by people who just don't get it. They will never get it, unless they play along. The worst thing to do at this point in time in history is to play along. Trust me on that one. Because I do report all activity that I experience that resembles, and it's a lot, that resembles what began the attempted murder in 2011, the 4th Monday of January, which I had a hard time expressing because I'm like, I believed it was the last night of my life. I was trembling, convulsing. I couldn't hold my phone. My muscles went limp. It's a whole thing. It was orchestrated because my mom and aunt's phone lines in Jacksonville, Florida were severed in time, so that when I tried to call my mom, and most people try to call, a parent, and usually it's the mom, you know what I mean? I got we're sorry, the phone number you're trying to reach has been disconnected. So someone in Jacksonville, Florida made sure those phone lines weren't working during the one time you would desperately be calling a parent. I didn't love, I was someone who thought I believed that I was supposed to be an independent person. And I'm wondering who instilled that belief too much, because no one else was, except my mom had to go it alone. No one else was. They lived off of their husbands or relied very heavily on their husbands. I was raised thinking I had to be an independent woman. I didn't know that everybody else naturally looked for a sugar daddy, someone to pay their bills, make them feel good, make them feel like they're loved. I actually believed that I was supposed to be independent. And all I see are a bunch of very unindependent women who kind of live high on the hog. And they're very abusive. I come from a very abusive background, and that includes people who pretend that they're loving. They're not. Trust me on that one. They even go to church, or pretend to go to church. I don't even know what they're doing. But we have people who never learned to share for real. We have people who set me up to be sexually abused at the age of 17, my freshman year at the University of Delaware. Oh, people are actually oh my gosh, they're actually inviting me over? I was never really included in a very abusive dark side of my family, which ironically was the side that had money, except for a few who are used as pawns. So someone makes a big mistake and marries a certain type of family. It looks like magic happens in their world, but guess what? They are abusive and overly sexualized. That's basically them, hollow beings, pumpkin heads. Florida should be ashamed of itself, and so should anyone communicating with them at this point in time. And that's even for quote-unquote hurricane victims who aren't really hurricane victims, because they lie. There are people who will outright lie that they suffer damage. I know because my people, very high-level intel, came in right quick to say, nope, that's a lie. So yesterday was an incredibly abusive day because I decided to go a little bit beyond what I normally would to reach out to a few people to make sure people were okay. And instead, I was beaten, battered to a pulp. Duly noted, because I keep everything and I report everything. I was tortured so badly that this city owes me its entire real estate. And someone here, actually about 6 people here, know that. All right, so hopefully we'll have a good day without the monster energy. We'll try to live in peace today. Yesterday was a bomb. Whoa. These people aren't that great. There's a few instigators here. We'll go past that tent, and so